Yakuza Kiwami 1. This is the review.
Hi,
so this.
Hi.
Here in the background is some footage. Later it will be full screen. I will do that later, not now. We put some cigars right here to get into the Yakuza vibes. All the footage you see is made by yours truly. So, look at me fight, look at me go right here.
Look at me go, yeah.
And this is a review. So over here is the school board. And I'm gonna give some stars. So these points will be filled up with stars, graphics, gameplay, replay value, fun factor, and the Remco and Tycho factor. And I made some notes here, by the way. So, and each category has 5 stars. At the end, there will be a total score. But first things first. I made some notes here. So this game is developed by Ryu Ga Gotoku Studio, and Sega is the publisher, It was originally released in 2005 on the PlayStation 2, but this is Yakuza Kiwami, the remake from 2016. But yeah, you notice it's a remake. And I played it on the Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026. So that's 21 years after the original, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy. The genre, it's a story-driven action-adventure beat-em-up. You play as not Yakuza.
Kiwami. Kiryu.
Yes, don't get confused, indeed. Kazuma Kiryu, a Yakuza who takes the fall for murder, spends 10 years in jail. That's the story. And that's the start of the story. 10 years in prison. And after that, he's searching for a missing girl. And I'll tell you in a second. Anyways.
Pop up the screen in the back, maybe.
I will pop up the screen. Just 1 second. Full voice acting in Japanese. And okay, yes, here's the screen because the music is down. Yes,
it's a good fight scene over here. That's why I was like, oh.
Thank you for the compliment. And this is me fighting against Majima and Majima Everywhere. Oh, that was the fight already. Majima Everywhere. It's a fun little concept in this game. He's like your arch rival, like Gary from Ash, and Majima just wants to fight with Kiryu and again, and he pops up in the most weird places. You're walking on, you see this cone, by the way, you see this big cone right here, the traffic cone. And then maybe Majima's hiding under that cone. He's hey, there you are, Kiryu-san, let's fight. Or he's dressed up as a police officer. And then, hey, I spotted you, Kiryu-san. Stuff like that.
Yeah, but he wants to make you stronger because he feels bad that you went to prison and you got weaker and he likes to instigate.
You think
the
that's
fight,
the, right? Yeah?
That's what he says, right? And,
I don't know, really?
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's just...
and then
he just wants to fight, and Kiryu is like, okay,
Yeah, of course he wants to fight. Everybody wants to
just
fight.
Leave me alone. And I don't know what his intentions are, Remco, Majima, but he was a funny character. He still is a funny character. Anyways, let's explain a little bit more about the story. So, sorry?
Yeah, so here you see some of the story where he takes the rep, right, for this guy.
This guy right here, Nishiki, indeed. Yes, they go way back. Kiryu and Nishiki, they go way back. Right here, indeed, this is the story at the beginning of the game. This dirty man lying on the floor, he was making, like sudden moves at Yumi-chan. And Yumi-chan didn't like it. So what did Nishiki do? Nishiki shot him. But that guy was not just, any normal... No, he was like a big leader, in the underworld. And Kazuma Kiryu took the blame. He was like, okay, Nishiki, you take Yumi, go ahead. I'll take the blame. And that's why he was put in jail for 10 years. And it's a hard time. You're in that jail. You fight a little bit in the jail. But then, and after 10 years, you're free. But then, Yumi-chan is missing. And suddenly, you meet a little girl who's 8 years old. And she's looking for someone else. But it's somehow connected also to Yumi-chan. And it's interesting. Yumi, Mizuki, and a little girl named Haruka. And you, the serious Kazuma-chan, is together with Haruka. You're on this hunt, this search. In search of the missing women, Yumi and Mizuki. And that's the story. And then there's also Detective Date-san. And Date-san is also on your side, And that is the premise of the story of this game. And yeah, there's some brutal action here in this game, but the story is very nice. So that's the start of the game, what I just now and then meanwhile you meet more and more characters and you develop certain fighting styles. So 4 different fighting styles there are. Did I make a note of them? Because it's a little bit difficult to remember all the different fighting styles. Like
I have them here.
Brawl, Beast, Rush,
and the Dragon of Dojima.
Okay, and the dragon is the one that Majima. And the other ones you can upgrade yourself. Every time you're upgrading the skill trees of those fighting styles. But dragon you can only upgrade by fighting Majima and by this strange lad with those sunglasses who was waiting for you in the at the cemetery. So you have to fight him, and then he teaches you some moves as well. Okay, but mostly Majima. Here, this is you in the jail, fighting.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But
here I was not so good yet, as you can see. That's the beginning of the game. Don't let yourself get distracted if ever there will pop up a cat in this podcast. Not podcast, review, sorry.
But one thing about these fighting styles, because you say there are 4 fighting styles.
Yeah.
I heard like the original game didn't have like 4 fighting styles. It had actually just 1, right?
That is correct. So that is... by the way, this is also something that happens in the game, and it hardly happens. There's only one, It's very and I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely a PS2 remake when I was playing this mission. But yes, in the original PS2 game, there's only 1 fighting style. And so in Kiwami, but this game is already 10 years old at the moment of making this. Yeah, there's 4 different fighting styles. But on the Nintendo Switch 2, it looks very nice. But you do notice it's an older game, because I've been playing games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated, and then you play this and you definitely notice like, okay, it's an older game, way older. Here you see he's dressed up as a police officer, and then I have to fight him again.
Yeah,
it's not a perfect game, but it's a very fun game. I do have some things to say about it. So. The skill tree, I don't know if I made footage about that. The skill tree is a little bit hidden. Like I wish it was a little bit more clear at the beginning. Also, like how to upgrade my skills and which one or do I need to? Like how does it work? Here you see rush mode. I think I'm just gonna
understand you. I had the same feeling actually, because I was just pressing buttons like, okay, this does something and this does something. I don't know. It wasn't very clear. You had these points to upgrade, but it didn't really, immediately show what it does and what kind of effect it has for your future in the game.
Yes, you really have to go scroll through the menu and then you find it yourself. But yeah, if only it was a little bit explained, a tiny bit. And I forgot there was something else I wanted to say to what you just now said.
Skill tree? Yeah, just should have explained it a little bit more.
Okay, so I made some notes. Let's head into the 5 categories here. So
let's start with the graphics.
The graphics of the game.
The graphics. Old game. Well, remake.
So there we go. Hatsukide, the graphics. It's an older game, and how are these graphics holding up on the Nintendo Switch 2? In my opinion, I gave it, because Remco's not giving stars in this review because he played it also, but not so much yet. I gave it 3 stars. So I don't know if that shocks you, Remco.
Fair enough.
I don't know if I don't want to. Does it shock you?
No.
Did you expect?
I expected like 3 or 4 stars. I didn't expect 5 stars because it's an older game, and they did something about the graphics though. But yeah,
they did something. I wrote down some notes. Much improved over the original PS2 version, sure, because it doesn't look like a PS2, game. This is also very interesting, like this card game with all those fan service. What's happening, like like all these cards. Like, it's those Japanese, how they are.
It's a Japanese game,
It's a Japanese game. So, it feels dated. But the good things. Okay, so graphic-wise, the city feels alive. Because there are certain games nowadays, like Pokemon Legends ZA, that is also based in the city. And yes, I'm bringing up that game again. I'm sorry, but that's also in the city, and that city feels like dead. Like you're killing way more in Yakuza, but it feels so alive because the characters are walking, this and that. Especially because the people are moving. That already helps. If only the people would walk in Pokemon Legends ZA, but most of them are standing still like they're statues. Or wax statues. Here, okay, now they're moving because they're in a fight. But also when you're not in a fight, the people are moving, like walking, this and that.
Yeah, they're chasing you also if you walk down the street.
Yeah. There's some day and... they do chase you. Eventually they stop. But and then you see also in the background always there's people cheering you on, right? But that's also the wall, okay, that's the invisible wall. Or it's visible. And then after the fight stops, everyone continues on their own merry, like now it's in slow motion. And
brutal beatdown.
Yeah. Day and night cycles, there are. So it's mostly night. But sometimes also in the daytime, as we just now saw, which is nice. Sometimes characters do pop in here and there. So that keeps happening in every Nintendo Switch 2 game, I feel. Except Metroid Prime. But that was a quite empty game. So there was nothing to pop up. Yeah. So except for Metroid Prime, the people keep popping up in all these games, so that's a Nintendo thing, I feel,
Yeah, it's starting to feel like that, yeah.
Yeah. This game is also full with invisible walls. But it's an older game, so that's why I was like, okay.
Forgive it.
Well, I couldn't. So that's why 3 stars, because I hate invisible walls. And also Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate, like, Jesus. Just make a real wall then. Like, don't... I can clearly walk here. Also, Cloud, you couldn't walk up the stairs, and here there's some streets like I can't enter. Yeah, well, I clearly can, but no, there's an invisible wall.
Yeah.
Overall, visually solid and not distracting. So, I did finish the game. It was the story was good enough, and the graphics were not annoying so much. It looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, hey? Like this cutscene, it looks very nice. Very They really did their best on it.
Yeah. I hope it's not spoiling too much, actually. But no, this still...
this is the part where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I recognize it, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, then it's not spoiling now. But this is maybe a little bit further in the game, so let's zoom out. So in the next category, the fun factor, I have other stuff to say.
The fun factor?
The fun factor, that's this button right here.
So how much fun did you have?
Well, what do you think?
I think 4 stars.
Well...
You're doing the small stars.
Oh no, the small stars. 5 stars, Remco. And let me give the big stars also. Wait a second. Here, 5. And gone with the stars. Okay. 5 stars for a fun factor. Yeah. There's a lot of buttons to press here.
A lot of fun beating people up.
I had a lot of fun. No, really. 5-star fun. This game, extremely strong, story-driven experience. And, it was super fun. I finished this game within a week, so that says enough. That says a lot, right? Like, that's how much fun I had. Like, I couldn't stop. I'm also working, I have a job, I do stuff. I'm not just at home playing games. So I had a lot of fun, Excellent Japanese voice acting, very cinematic with long, high quality cutscenes, and memorable characters like Kiryu, Majima, Date, Haruka, all the characters you see here in the background here, Nishiki. Well, I have a lot to say about Nishiki, but this is a very important scene actually here. Here I'm playing some pool. That's not important at all. And very emotional and immersive narrative. Strong motivation for me, indeed, and for others to keep playing until the end, And it makes me excited to play part 2, which I am going to play this week, upcoming week. It's amazing. So, because for me, I never played any of the Yakuza games before. So there's no nostalgia here at all. And I'm also not like a big Yakuza fan or something like, So, I'm really objectively playing this game. And it was fun. I didn't expect it to be this much fun. This is my favorite fighting style. Brawler.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Yeah, that's the best one. You can, for me, give the biggest hits.
Yes, and I feel like when I press 4 times Y and then XXX or something, those are my best combos. this is still pretty much in the beginning of the game, because now, the health bar, my health bar is like triple what you see over there, maybe even quattro as much, like
quadruple. Actually.
Yeah, quadruple indeed. That's the word. Here, this is also a very funny cutscene. Like, this is some side mission that we're all standing, like me, Date-san, the florist. We're being interviewed by this woman, and it just keeps on going, like you would not see us in the same, but yeah, I was also doing some side quests here and there, and
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because also maybe
it goes very quick, this actually, see? Yeah.
Because also one of the fun things that the side quests, they're fun, right? They're very diverse, very
yes,
very crazy sometimes.
Actually, why don't you have a cigar, Remco? Because I feel
I'm gonna do like a mob boss in Yakuza Kiwami, and then sure, let's go.
Because in Yakuza, you see a lot of cigars. This game is, of course, an 18+ game. And I think it also looks nice in the video, Some nice graphics.
It looks like After Effects,
Yes. Well, these are live effects, indeed. Not after, this live. This mission right here, that made me realize this is a Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 2 game. Because this was very clunky and very annoying. And the aim and everything,
This reminds me of like classical PlayStation 1 or 2 gameplay, or
it was really annoying. I spent way too much time on that freeway. Like one evening, I was not able to finish that mission, and I like a very long time doing it again and again. And you know what it is? It reminds me of this other freeway mission in Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate that I just now. That finished the week before. And there was also this freeway mission at the end of the game that you're on this highway, and it also kept. That's a bit what it reminded me of. Like, okay, both those games, and then, this game, of course, is made the original in 2005, and during that time, shortly before, was also The Matrix Reloaded. And that movie was also with that highway scene, like kept on going. Remember with Mr. Smith and Morpheus and everything, and Neo on the highway fighting with the twins or something, with the dreadlocks and everything. Yeah. And also in that time, or right before, was also Bad Boys 2, the movie. There was also this highway scene. Remember that they threw the dead bodies out of the trucks and everything. And I feel like this was really the time, like, okay, we need a highway, we need a highway. And,
give the people what they want, what they're used to.
Yeah, because nowadays, it's not like every game or movie has this highway scene or something. Okay, we need the highway scene, like, okay.
Yeah.
Remember, like, also this other movie, Showtime with Robert De Niro and Eddie Murphy. And there's always, in that time, like the end of the 90s, the beginning of the 2000s, highway scenes, like...
Yeah.
And this game is from 2005, so... and also Final Fantasy was the end of the 90s.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, the highway scene. But it feels a little bit, okay, I'm playing one of those. And here, I'm strong.
You're doing like crazy... Also, the thing with the chair I was watching, it was very brutal. And this was also quite brutal.
I'm waiting for him, and then I press X, But here's just a couple. These clips are 30 seconds, but I feel much shorter, actually, right? The 30 seconds.
Yeah, so...
I don't know. Let's fight some more street talks.
Yeah.
So when you're in the fight like this, you're unable to get out. I mean, you can either get beaten or you beat them, like...
beat
here, I
or
grab a
be
bicycle, Hatsukide in your face.
Yeah, and you also, your stats also...
you see what I'm doing?
You also get like points, right? How many times you use the bicycle or the pylon or the sign.
Yeah, I don't know what those points do actually.
No, I don't either.
Maybe it's just some skill, But what does matter is the green points all the way in the top of the screen right there. You see like a 20.
Oh, yeah,
and those are the points for your skill tree indeed. So the more you have of those... And at this point, I'm still in the beginning of the game because I see that I have 21, but I didn't spend it yet. Well, I guess... this is another side quest. So a lot of fun.
Okay, and
let's
let's get to the gameplay then. So we're having a lot of fun over here, as you can see. So
gameplay.
Oh.
Gameplay-wise, I decide to give it...
you have to give the big stars first.
I have to give the big stars first. I decide to give it 5 stars.
5 stars. Oh, that's very nice.
That's very nice for
such an old game. And
indeed. Yeah, but yeah, keeping that in account, the gameplay is, it's very good. It's very good. I wrote down some notes.
Yeah, tell me, please.
The combat is much deeper than expected. I didn't expect this deep combat. I thought it was just button bashing. That's also what you maybe think at the beginning of the game. But then you find out, like, okay, the different fighting styles, and I can actually, like, okay, 4 times X and then 2 times 4 Y, X, like it's different. Different moves, strategy, kinda, yeah, yeah. Brawler, balanced combat style. Rush, fast, agile, focused on speed. Beast, slow but extremely powerful. And indeed, when I take Beast, I'm pressing X and I'm like running and whirl with my shoulder, running and whirl with my shoulder. That's, the Beast mode. Mr. Beast. Hey, Mr. Beast, if you're watching, please comment down below. Mr. Beast.
Indeed.
And the Dragon mode, I didn't use that actually. So not some. I didn't like it. So, but it says, because in my notes here, strongest. Yeah, that's what they say. But it's not my thing. I was more the brawler. Yeah, the blue one.
Can I say one thing? What you said at the beginning about the button bashing?
Yeah.
At the start of the game, you can get away with button bashing, but afterwards, like still the beginning in the prologue a little bit, the game is not so forgiving. You really have to learn the styles or defend, block, dodge, do other stuff also, or else you're gonna get your ass kicked like over here.
This is the first boss, the first real boss. That's this guy right here.
So I agree with you also. Yeah, it's technical also. It's more technical also than I thought, because you really need to learn how to dodge and block at the right time, and also use the style you like.
Yes.
Yeah.
And pay attention to the animation. It's like, okay, you press the Y button, but then when it's done, okay, then you press the X button, and yeah, it works like that. You get the feeling for it. The more you play, like with everything in life, but the more you play, the more the feeling you get. Also, this indeed nice in the brawler mode. Run away, then you run towards them, then you jump. And yeah, those cutscenes sometimes, I mean, they're brutal, I say cutscene, but yeah, that's like, when you do a certain move, you see it sometimes pop up in the right top of the monitor. You'll see that.
It's your special or something, right? Or,
yes. Yeah. It goes from your the heat bar, the light blue bar right here.
Oh, yeah.
You see also when I'm hitting it now, it goes up and down with my commercial sign. Yeah. And this is the end of the fight. And Hatsugade, there we are again. Let's go to the store. This is, by the way, like a 7-Eleven. Huh? You've been there a couple of times, I guess, in Japan. Here we are in a...
I've been there a lot.
7-Eleven. Not named 7-Eleven, but it's a 7-Eleven. And here you can shop. And what do you buy in this game? Mainly... booze to drink, and that's what what's strange, because also I bought a very expensive like mini skirt in this game.
Okay, why?
Yeah, because I thought, I don't know how far this game was going to go, but I thought eventually maybe I can give it to a woman or something, like I bought this mini skirt for 22,000. No, it was quite expensive, Yeah. But why did I buy? Because I thought maybe I'll meet a girl and then I can give it to her and then see her wear the mini skirt. I don't know, that's the purpose.
Buying gifts in advance.
Yes.
Okay.
But none of that happens in this game.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because you can go to the hookers, you can go, do stuff. Hey, okay. This is like an open world kind of game. From that time, it's open world kind of. At this time, it was open world. Nowadays, at 2 decades later, open worlds have changed a lot, and it's not an open world game. But back then, this was considered an open world game.
Okay.
Because you're in this little tiny city with your 16 to 20 streets, and you can do what you want. But yeah, it's more like an open hub. An open hub,
It's more, a hub indeed. Yeah. But it's some kind of freedom. Yeah, I understand what.
Definitely some kind of freedom, because I can do a lot of side missions, hours long, and not focus on the main story at all. Here I am in I forgot the name of this club, but yeah, it's across the other important place.
karaoke club.
Yeah, well, lots
Some
of stuff
other
happening,
stuff.
but not singing.
No.
So yeah, the gameplay, the combat is intuitive, satisfying, RPG-like progression with the skill tree. Well, I don't have footage of the skill tree, but it's like a circular skill tree. And then they have three of them, actually 4, but the dragon one will only be upgraded when you fight Majima or the guy in the cemetery. And then the other one, like Beast, Rush, and Brawl mode, you upgrade yourself. So, and it takes quite some time to actually do those upgrades. You have all these fights here on the street, and you would think like maybe like in a Dragon Quest or in a Pokemon game, like when grinding, that you would get more of those green points and upgrade. Yeah, you fight, you grind, you get more experience points, and then you grow. But in Yakuza Kiwami 1, that isn't the case. You hardly get any experience points from these street fights. So I was also like, I was doing a lot of these fights and then, I get nothing from it, almost nothing from it in return. So that's a waste of time. So my advice to you is to better just do the main missions or the side missions, but don't focus on, because I was actively going through the city also at some point, looking for these fights, to keep grinding, just like I do in a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help here.
So just run away.
Yeah.
Just run away.
Just run away. Yeah. Or fight them, but don't actively look for them. And it's a bit strange, actually. But yeah, it's the first Yakuza game. It's also not the best, as I heard. But yeah, it's the beginning. Definitely worth it to play it still, because some people say maybe not. But no, I say it is definitely worth it, because even though the other games are probably better, I never played them. And for me, from this perspective, if you never played the Yakuza game and you play this one for the first time, no, it was great. It was great for me. You just have to keep in mind it's a PlayStation 2 game originally, so it's a little bit clunky here and there. But yeah, you unlock new moves, abilities, improvements, a strong sense of character progression, really. And it's less complex than the fighting games, like, for example, in Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, because there's like X, 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 B, Y, blah, 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 and then you do some kind of combo. That's not this kind of game. There are some, like, okay, 4 times X, 2 times Y, or the other way around, and this and that. But it doesn't go that far, like in Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, you understand? Maybe some other action adventures do that. I don't know. Maybe Demon Slayer, I don't know, but not this game, It doesn't go that far. Here you see the 2 main protagonists. Okay.
Yeah, but this game also focuses on the story a lot. So it has to be like a good mix of fighting.
Yes.
Because you're Yakuza, and the story, because, well, it's an interesting story.
It focuses on the story a lot, and that also might put some people off if you don't like story-driven games, because sometimes there's cutscenes which are more than 5 minutes. You're just watching a TV show. Like really. And you go from cutscene to cutscene also. Sometimes it's like a cutscene, and then you go to another, to the other building, and then again 5 minutes. It's a really, there's a big story here. You can of course skip the story, but it's all about the story. Because
wouldn't be too fun if you do that, actually.
Not at all, because it's really about the story. Because if the story wouldn't be there, it would be very monotone, and almost every time the same. Yes, you do grow. And yeah, you get some new moves here and then. Oh, eventually I can grab a chair and also bump it on the guy's head. And I couldn't do that in the beginning, maybe. Here's another mini game. But if the story wasn't there, then I would. It would really be no, not good, not good enough. The story makes the game. And fun fact is also that the makers of this game, Ryu, what's the name again? Ryu Ga Gotoku Studio. They didn't expect this game to go. Yes, to be so successful worldwide. They thought it was just for the Japanese market back in 2005, but no, worldwide, people loved it. And look at them now. Like they have like 8 or 9 Yakuza games, I feel like. Anyways, let's get to the next category. I'm touching the mouse. I don't know why.
Yeah, number 4.
There we go. The 4th category, right?
Yes, the fun factor.
No, really? No, Remco-chan.
Oh.
The replay value.
The replay value.
Replay value.
Enough. We had enough fun.
Replay value, well,
I'm guessing 3? 5?
5 stars for the replay value.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. Okay.
Yeah, but Remco, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
came back to this game again and again and again, and I couldn't stop. I had to play this. I couldn't stop. I had to play this game. I think I played it now for, I don't know, between 25 and 30 hours, or I don't know. Like it's on my Switch, but
That's a good amount of time. For
I
a game.
had to play this game. I had to.
Yeah,
Replay value, it can be better than this because
it really draws you in.
it drew me in like something I will not mention in this podcast right now. Strong, I made some notes here. Strong motivation to keep playing during story progressions. The story constantly pulls you back into the game. So approximately it will take you 25 hours to complete this game. If you don't skip the story. I didn't do all the side missions or something. I did a couple, but after you finish the game, there's New Game Plus. I didn't do that. And I will not do that. I guess if I would play this game in 2006 or 16 and I would not have other games to play, I would get into the New Game Plus. But New Game Plus is that you can play this game again, but then with the same powers as in the... you take your powers with you. I wish this option would come in Cyberpunk 2077. I would use it there.
That would be nice.
In this game, no. Because I'd rather play Yakuza Kiwami 3 and 4 and 5 and 2 and other games. Oh, what's happening right here?
Something bad.
Oh, this is at the beginning of the game also, because now this is the moment when Kiryu meets Haruka-chan, who's hiding with a gun under the bar. And that's actually, you're almost here. You're almost here.
Yeah.
So, and that's when your journey starts.
A big one.
Yes. Anyways. So no, replay value, it's excellent pacing and progression,
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm not going to replay the game again now. I finished the game, but it made me want to come back and I couldn't stop. So no, replay value, it's right up there, And if there wasn't any other game for me to play, okay, then that doesn't count. Yeah, even if you're the last man on Earth, I would still not date you. Okay, maybe if you're the last man on Earth, I will date you, is what someone would maybe say. But that's not what I meant.
No.
You want to say something?
No, this is it's an older game, and that you still like to play it nowadays.
Yeah.
It's crazy, actually. So I understand the 5 stars.
Here again, Majima.
Yeah,
Majima Everywhere. Well, you Kiryu-chan. He talks like...
Yeah.
I looked up the voice actor.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know him. I knew nothing from him, but maybe you.
Kiryu, I know the voice actor. I recognize him.
Majima, maybe you know him. Because Majima is really iconic. But where's Kiryu from?
Yeah, Kiryu, I know from certain anime characters, but...
Okay, while you do that, I'll jump to the last category, which is the Remco and Tycho factor, or as we call it in today's episode of the in today's review, the "Hey you there" factor. Because "Hey you there" is what you keep hearing when playing this game. Like constantly, you're being abused on this, "Hey you there," come fight me, and you can't run away. So the Remco and Tycho factor, "Hey you there," I'm gonna give it overall 3 stars.
Oh.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I made some notes, of course. So 3 stars, Tycho. Why? Because you gave 5 stars before this, that, body. Well, let me tell you. Random street fights happen too often because that's it's annoying. Hey, you there. And then again, a fight happens and you can't run away. Sometimes I just quickly, let me just buy some extra sake before I, hop on to the next mission. And then, no, you have to go through 4 or 5 of those fights again. Lucky for us, there's also a taxi service in the game. But unfortunately, the taxi can only go to 4 designated spots. So I did take the taxi quite a lot. To avoid these fights with those random goons on the street. But yeah, then still, like from east to west, and then you still have to walk a little bit, so you can't avoid the fights. You're still you're looking through the voice actors there, right?
I'm looking for something familiar. He's done a lot of voice acting.
Majima.
But a lot of older animes and older series. I don't see any of the new stuff.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Okay, so the Majima Everywhere system is fun, but poorly explained. So Majima Everywhere, that's the antagonist or something. By the way, all the stars are now in frame. So let me just pop up the total score as well, because I forgot that in the previous review. The total score is an 84. That's what the game gets from me.
Nice.
That's all these stars right here. Every star is worth 4 points, and it ends up to 84. So that's it. Majima Everywhere. Majima pops up everywhere, but it's not explained. So at the beginning of the game, the first 10 or 15 hours or something, when I played this, I didn't really understand this. And I walked past Majima a couple of times, but each time he was like, "Oh, you don't have any weapons on you." Oh, and then I continued. But then eventually I finally had weapons, and then the fight would start. And then it continued with the Majima missions. But then I was already way further in the game. So I could have met Majima way more times, actually, if I knew from the beginning, like, oh, I need to, I need to carry a weapon, and I need to fight him. So the skill tree, the dragon skill tree will be upgraded because it only upgrades with him. And yeah, also the skill tree is also not very well explained. So it's the same. Like Majima Everywhere is not really well explained. The skill tree is not really well explained. It's connected. Because, the city is small. The city is very small. I talked about that before. Okay, what can you expect? I mean, on the PS2 there were also other games that came out with bigger, much bigger games, like the GTA games. And that's a game to compare this game to because this game also came out in that same era. So it could have been way bigger. It's not like the technology couldn't handle it. But it feels more like a hub. It's a hub more than it is a true open world. But still, it's very immersive, enjoyable experience overall, and an excellent starting point for the Yakuza series. I feel like it's going to get way better. A strong foundation, but I'm looking forward to future games. So it is what it is. An 8.4 is not bad at all, right?
It's a good grade for
what it is.
For what it is, yeah. It's very good, actually.
Yeah.
I know Pokemon ZA got a lower grade, but yeah.
It got a little bit lower grade, but I'm sure that your buddy Imti will not hate me for that, right? Imti, if you ever see this, leave a comment down below. Yeah. I mean, but if I compare this city, but that's just Game Freak, because Game Freak is...
Yeah.
Game Freak, because if I compare this city with the city of Pokemon Legends ZA, I prefer this city. But Game Freak can do it. They can do it, but they're just, I don't know what's up with them. But okay,
But this is fun. This little hub. It also gives more of the Yakuza vibe that you're famous in the area. Maybe they chose to do it that way. Yeah.
Famous in the area. What do you mean?
Because this is your Yakuza area, because every boss has certain districts in the city, like you're boss of this part of town, the other one is boss of that part of town. That's why I mean, like, it's smaller for you because you're the boss in this area. Everybody knows you.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe that's...
But you're the boss in this area, but you're not the boss.
No, but you're the...
I'm just a nobody, actually, I feel, in this game.
Yeah, at the beginning, you're working for your own family in this area then. And later, it changes, because then you're in jail. You don't belong to any family.
Yeah. But what did you say about the boss and stuff? I don't really understand. You mean that's why the game is so small, or...?
Yeah, it's because also with mobs, everybody has their own area in which they work. They don't work at each other's area normally.
Yeah.
And that's why it's also a little bit smaller, of course.
But that's an excuse.
It's an excuse. Yeah, but that's...
They could have made it a bit bigger.
Yeah, they could make it huge, but maybe it just adds to the whole Yakuza vibe, I think. But
yeah, but it's really small. It feels like it's even smaller than my neighborhood here where I live in Amsterdam, Staatsliederbuurt. It's really small, eh?
They could make it like 3 or 4 times bigger, indeed. That's
like this excuse feels like, we did it only because it's the same as a Game Freak comes up with excuses to rectify all their,
No, but just saying you shouldn't make it as big as like GTA. That's too big for like a Yakuza game, I guess.
That's debatable, I feel like. There's also this Mafia game, remember? Mafia 1, Mafia 2. I mean, there's lots of... That's debatable because I feel like it can happen. You can still
Of course.
be able to walk in other districts, but not that you rule there.
Yeah,
they could
maybe
still
that
make it
you're
work.
if you're arguing with people in other
For
districts.
sure, they
you know,
could make that work.
You're starting your own gang wars or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyways, that is the review. That was the review for Yakuza Kiwami 1 on the Nintendo Switch 2 with an overall score of 84 points, 8.4.
Yeah.
And approximately 25 hours. I'm happy I spent those hours in this game, Remco. So thank you so much for lending it to me.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I hope you're going to enjoy Yakuza Kiwami 2 and maybe even going to get the third game.
For sure. And then the prequel also, Yakuza Kiwami 0. And Yakuza Kiwami 4, 5, 6, 7.
The whole family, the whole Yakuza family.
Maybe I will join the Yakuza eventually.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen the Yakuza. In
how
real
did it
life,
go?
So I can introduce you if you want.
What happened then with you in the Yakuza?
No, that's an old story, but
well,
we just saw them. We were in the Yakuza area. I was in Japan. It was like oops,
oops,
it's the wrong area.
And then something like this happened.
Yeah, something like this. Yeah. No, I was in daytime there.
Oh shit,
so,
the music. In daytime. Well, it also happens in daytime, Remco. You just saw the footage, right?
Yeah, not a lot. Mostly in nighttime, right?
So you ran away, or did they fight with you?
Hey, you there? Yeah. And I ran away, of course, because I don't get any XP out of that.
No.
Only jail time, so yeah.
That's what it is. But not 10 years, right?
No. But 10 years for murder is kind of weird, actually.
Well, that's how it went back in 2005 in Japan.
And Date didn't also said like, I don't believe you, but you're still going to jail. Remember that?
I don't remember. That's at the beginning.
That's at the beginning. Like, no, you're taking the fall for somebody.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I did it.
Yes. Yeah, but that's a typical movie trope, like it happens, huh?
Yeah. Taking the fall. Yeah.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching this review, and comment down below. Something. Would be nice. Anything.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they think about the game. Yeah, it's nice.
I'm also curious, and I'm more curious to see your opinion about this cigar.
It's a very nice cigar. It's it's not a Cuban cigar, but it's from Sumatra,
okay,
Indonesia.